Aside from One Piece itself, the will of D, and Blackbeard's body, Joyboy is one of the biggest mysteries in One Piece. Welcome everyone to my channel. In today's video, we'll go over all the information we know about this mysterious character and some of the theories that could be true. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and with that, let's begin. Not much is known about this figure apart that he played a very important role in the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛. He was first mentioned on the poneglyph read by Robin while at the sea forest. King Neptune explained to Robin that Joyboy made a promise around 900 years ago to the residents of Fishman Island. He attempted to raise Noah with Poseidon's aid, but he broke his promise to Fishman Island. Fishman Island however vowed that they would keep Noah safe until a certain day came. As an apology for breaking his promise, Joyboy left a poneglyph. At some point, Joyboy came across an island, which would later be named 𝙬𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚛 by Gold D. Roger, and left behind a treasure that would come to be known by the world as One Piece. It is unknown why exactly Joyboy left this treasure and what purpose it has, but to be able to get to this island, you need to have 4 special types of poneglyphs, called road poneglyphs, which were given to the allies of Joyboy. One was given to the Fishman Island, one to Wano Kuni, and one was located on 𝙬𝚙𝚎. It is not known who possessed the 4th road poneglyph, but if I had to guess, it would be Giants of Elbaf, whose poneglyph could have been taken by Big Mom. Having the information from every road poneglyph in their possession, Roger and the crew were eventually able to reach the final island of the Grand Line. There, not only did they discover the truth about the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛, the ancient weapons, and the will of D, they also came across Joyboy's treasure, the One Piece. A burst of laughter erupted among Roger and his crewmates upon discovering this. Having heard of Joyboy and being fascinated by the story surrounding him, Roger wishes he had lived during the time of Joyboy. Apart from the immense treasure left on the 𝙬𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚛, Joyboy left the 9 poneglyphs scattered around the world, which when deciphered, told the true history of the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚎. In Odin's flashback, it was clearly mentioned that Joyboy would return to the world and shake its entire foundation in 20 years. As guessed by many, that time is now, and the implication is that Joyboy has already been reborn somewhere in the world. While most believe it to be Luffy, and understandably so, we don't know who exactly Joyboy is. Kaido discovered Joyboy at an unknown point in time, and has been eagerly awaiting the next one for an unknown reason. King, his subordinate in the Lunarian, seemingly believed that Kaido could have become Joyboy and changed the world, although he eventually came to dismiss the figure as a mere legend. Eventually, Kaido's child and an admirer of Odin, Yamato, took over Odin's name and began to work towards completing Odin's dream of opening the Wano country, as Odin had not been able to do it after reaching 𝙬𝚘𝚎𝚛, because his homeland was ravaged by Kaido and their forces. One of the most popular theories that is taken as the headcanon is that the Joyboy was the king of the ancient kingdom. During the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚛, 20 kingdoms allied themselves against the ancient kingdom and defeated Joyboy and created an organization called the World Government, but before he was defeated, he promised the fish people that one day someone will come who will carry them to the surface using Noah and Poseidon, and that person will destroy any prejudice and fear that exists between the races, thus making fish people finally live freely on the surface. In chapter 10:14, Kaido stated that Luffy could not become Joyboy, making many fans believe that Joyboy perhaps was not a person, but a title given to the king of this ancient kingdom, and the title of the one who inherits the will of said king. In the recent chapter 10:40, Momo said that Joyboy was a friend of 𝙬𝚙𝚎𝚛. This little statement further supports the theory that Joyboy also had the voice of all things, same as Roger, Momo, Odin and Luffy. Many fans suspect that Joyboy was perhaps a giant that lived during the 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚛. The only evidence for that is the fact that there is a giant straw hat in the chambers of Marijoa. In addition, Joyboy is also speculated to have written the 𝙬𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚛 song, as it originates from ancient times and was meant to boost the spirits of sailors, as well as mentioning the dawn that was prophesied to come, and the 𝙬𝚘𝚎𝚪 itself is also mentioned at the end of the song. But the introduction of sun god Nika, who was said that he would return and free all the slaves of the world and bring smile to their faces, many fans started speculating that Nika could actually be Joyboy, especially after we have seen the similarity between his panel and the panel of Luffy dancing. This isn't a baseless speculation, as Nika is a Greek goddess of victory, and if we translate the word victory to Javanese language, we get Jaya. In the past, Javanese people had a king called Jayabaya, who was also known as Joyaboyo. Joyaboyo, which sounds very similar to Joyboy, was known for his just and prosperous rule. Javanese believed in a cyclical history of prosperity, followed an era of suffering, to cycle back to an era of prosperity. It was said that Joyaboyo would restore the social justice, order, and harmony in the world. Joyaboyo was also reputed to be the incarnation of the Hindu deity, Vishnu. Guess who is another incarnation of Vishnu? Buddha. In One Piece, Imusama when written in katakana, the name is composed of the two radicals comprising this character, which means Buddha. I don't know what this means, but this definitely is not a coincidence. Anyways, this is all from me, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.